Hello, I'm Ying. In this video, I'll show you how to use Sino to search for current nursing journal articles. Sino is the largest nursing literature database. Sino with full text provides access to more than 300 top nursing and allied health journals. Let me click on the link on the A to Z database. At home, you will be asked to log in. Suppose my assignment is to find 2 nursing journal articles published within the last 10 years and are at least 3 pages long. And I'm interested in issues concerning long-term care. I'll put that concept in the first search box and click on Search. There are more than 15,000 results. In order to limit my results, I'll click on Advanced Search to see the full list of filters. The first one is past 10 years. The second one is the journal subset. There are 2 relevant journal subsets in this case. The first is the nursing journal subset. As of January 2025, there are more than 1,000 journals in this subset, including Operating Theatre Journal and Diabetes Spectrum. This makes sense because an article published in Diabetes Spectrum may talk about the effectiveness of a new therapy. Even though it may have a medical focus, it is still relevant information for nurses. On the other hand, the core nursing journal subset includes only 119 journals. Articles published in these core nursing journals, such as American Journal of Nursing, are more likely to have a nursing care focus and highlight information from the perspective of a nurse. Therefore, when you are completing an assignment in the first year of your nursing program, and you are asked to find just one nursing journal article, I would recommend you try to limit your search to the core nursing journal subset. This will save you time. While in your second year of your nursing program, when you might be asked to write a paper on a topic with more extensive supporting sources, I would recommend the nursing journal subset. Of course, if you didn't get enough results, you can always uncheck the limiters and broaden your search to all journals. If you're not sure whether a publication meets the criteria for your assignment, please double check with your instructor. When I see the core nursing filter appears above the box and it's highlighted, that means the filter is selected. I can scroll down and use the third limiter, which is number of pages. In my example, the number of pages of an article needs to be more than 3 pages long. And then I'll click on Search. This limited from 15,000 to just 499. And now I want to further narrow down my topic. I'll go back to Advanced Search and put in another concept on the search box. I'd like to focus on articles that talk about pressure injury in long-term care. So adding another concept keyword on the second search box will narrow your search results. As you can see, this narrowed down to only 10. When I look closely at the results, I see the subject term pressure author, as it's still the more common terminology people are using for this concept. So I'll add that synonym. I'll click on Advanced Search again. I will just choose this suggested term, connecting the synonyms using OR on one line. I'll click on Search again. Adding the synonym broadened the search a little bit more. Let me look through the results. These titles look pretty relevant. The first article is published on British Journal of Nursing in 2018. I can click on the drop-down list under Access Options. There is the PDF and the online full text. I would recommend you to choose the PDF whenever available because the PDF has the page numbers. So if you're going to quote something from this article, you can use the page number in your in-text citation. Let's take a look at this PDF. As you can see, the format has the images, the colors, and tables nicely presented. I'd like to go back and compare that with online full text. As you can see, this does not include a page number, but it does have the table of contents where you can jump to different sections. And the tables would be like a web page format. I want to point out that the link for the PDF is a stable URL, which means this link will not expire. It's the equivalent to the old permalink. Let's look at another article. Number 6 looks pretty good. It has the access option that says Full Text Finder. I'll click on that. A new tab opens up and it says open the page in a new window. Sometimes these links don't work. It doesn't mean that we don't have the full text. Great, this time it does work. It linked to a different database we have subscription to. It's called ProQuest. And you have the access to the PDF. As you can see, this is labeled Evidence and Practice. It is a peer-reviewed research article. You can copy the URL. This URL is the permalink for this journal article. For citations, ProQuest, unfortunately, do not provide an APA 7th edition citation generator. I find EBSCOhost does a much better job of providing citations. So I'm going back to the EBSCOhost database here for number 6. And then click on the 3 dots on the right side and use the cite function. Select APA 7th edition choice. That will be a very good starting point for my APA reference entry. If searching is not enough, you can go back to advanced search and broaden your search by ORing together other synonyms for long-term care. If you're going to find a different topic, you could just delete the second line and use a different keyword. For example, staffing level or staffing ratio or lack of staff, and do a new search. To summarize, use advanced search. Put one concept on one line. Don't change the and between the search boxes. Use or to connect synonyms. Browse through your results and don't be afraid to try different keywords. Research is an exploration process. If you have any question about using this database, please use the chat with the librarian box on the lower right corner here. It's available 24/7. I'd also recommend you to watch my tutorial on how scientists won't search next because it has a bigger scope. Thank you for watching.